Namaste, Vanakkam, Swaghatham, everyone, and welcoming you all to day 9 of our Navaratri series, Navaratri 2021, celebrating Ammaji, the Divine Mother. And yes, today is Saraswathi Puja, Ayudha Puja, however people want to term it, and wishing you all best of luck in whatever you're doing. It's the new year, and hope you have, prayed to Goddess Saraswati to come through many art forms and through the teachings that we all are receiving, and so that she can reside in our heart, in our brain, and in us all the time, guiding us in the right path. So let's start with the Gayatri invocation to Saraswathi Devi, followed by the Guru Gayatri, and then we'll get started into the wonderful evening that's awaiting us. Please join us. Om Dinaganaya Vidmahe Vrinchapatni Cha Dhimahi Tanno Saraswati Prachodayate. Om Tatparampariyaya Vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya Dhimahi Tanno Guruhu Prachodayate. Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Gitananda Giri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Welcoming you all wholeheartedly once again. And yes, we're going to go into our evening, which is awaiting all of us to enter it and enjoy it. So we'll start with our splendid theme, invoking the divine spirit of Ammaji and thinking about her. And we'll go into the next part of our evening. Please join us.
Om Jai 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 Ammaji ke Aragara
Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji, 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 most loving Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji, we love you, Ammaji. We all love you, Ammaji, we love you, Ammaji. Bestest, Ammaji, bestest, Ammaji. Loving divine Ammaji, divine loving Ammaji, most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji. Ammaji, Ammaji, beloved Ammaji, 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 most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji, most loving Ammaji, most divine Ammaji, most loving Ammaji.
Jai Jai Ammaji ke Aragara.
So after our lovely theme, I welcome our dearest Dr. Sir to give us the short welcome note and then go into the next part of this evening.
Namaste, Swaghatham, Vanakkam, Bonjour, Buongiorno, Buonasera, Buonanotte, Huya, More, Boreda, Kiyo, Ora, Salamat Pagi, Ayu Bhovan, Ayushman Baba. Welcoming all of you to a very wonderful evening. An evening where we have just finished our Saraswati Puja, which is also called Ayudha Puja, where all the implements that are used are worshipped and revered today. We have taken the vehicles out and crushed the lemons and broken the pumpkins, getting rid of all the drishti so that everything can be safe and good. And Ammaji has blessed us all, and all the ashram staff received the blessings from her today. And this evening, we have a beautiful young child, Yogacharini Natyalayam's Nikshitha, singing the glory of Saraswati for us. And then we have two of the most dynamic Yogashaktis of the Gitananda Parampara who are in Europe, our Yogashakti, Jnanasundari and Yogacharini Sridevi, who are going to give us their beautiful understanding and experiences with Ammaji. I'm so looking forward to this evening and welcome you all to have a grand celebration of Ammaji, the Divine Mother herself. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for the lovely welcome note. And yes, we are going to have a cute little Nikshitha from our loving and wonderful music family. She's going to sing and invoke Goddess Saraswati into our screens. I mean, through our screens, into our homes, and through and overall to everyone in every possible way, so that she can help manifest the best in every possible way. Please join us and let's listen to Nikshitha. After our cute little Nikshita's short and cute two bhajans, I'm sure that Goddess Saraswati herself was mesmerized by it. So that through thanks to Nikshita, that Goddess Saraswati's blessings reach out to each and every one of us, every one of you. And yes, we are going to go into the next part of the evening. And let's welcome, as Dr. Sir said, the dynamic Shaktis of our Gitananda family, Yogashakti, Yogacharini, Jnanasundari, and Yogacharini, Sridevi. So we are going to have a lovely night together for sure. And yes, we are in front of us. And I'm sure that you all are surprised, happy, and feeling excited to spend the next few minutes with them. So I welcome both of you. And now it's over to both of you.
Happy Navaratri, everyone. Sri. She's still muted.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm here. Happy Navaratri to all. I'd like to start with a song. The melody is famous, but I just changed a few words. Amazing Ammaji, how sweet the sound, who taught thousands of girls and boys. We once were lost, but now we're found. We're blind, but now we see. It is Ammaji who taught our hearts to hear, and yoga became a way of life. How precious does that time appear we shared with beloved Ammaji. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. It is Ammaji who led us safe thus far, and gratitude will lead us home. Amazing Ammaji, how sweet the sound, who taught thousands of girls and boys. We once were lost, but now we're found. We're blind, but now we see. And gratitude will lead us home. Thank you for Divine Ammaji. Okay, I have to. So I'd like to thank that we are all united thanks to Ammaji. So it is all this celebration of Shakti. And thank you also, dear Divya and Ananda, for organizing and leading the celebrations of Navaratri. The exposure to Indian and Hinduistic rituals is a very important part at Ananda Ashram, and being there, also we Westerners have the possibility to open up to these vibrations. Ammaji's is the 3 R's is famous for. So what Ammaji taught often is regularity, rhythm, and repetition. And interestingly, later Ammaji added a 4th R, which is ritual. So we are here together now for the 4th R, for the ritual. And today we celebrate Navaratri with rituals for Saraswati, and Ammaji Meenakshi is also Saraswati. So this I learned from Jnanasundari. Jnanasundari had a nice idea that we both will choose a poem written by Ammaji, as Saraswati is the goddess, the energy of knowledge, of music, of art, speech, wisdom, and learning. So with these poems, dear Jnanasundari, over to you. Can you tell us why you have chosen Ammaji's poem, The Whirling of the Dervishes?
That was a lovely introduction. Thank you, Sridevi. Ammaji sent me this poem maybe 3 years ago, and it struck me straight away. You know, it's so appropriate, really, especially to, and even more so at the moment, because everything is so uncertain. The whole world is in a state of uncertainty, and this poem kind of says a lot about that. So I will try to do Ammaji some justice in reading this poem. It's called The Whirling of the Dervishes. Up and down and all around, Am I on a merry-go-round? No. The I rides fluctuating emotions as though astride a bucking bronco trying to throw me off. But I won't let go, watching where it takes me through each moment of the day, both high and low, above, below. The emotions are insane, of that there's no doubt. Hear the crazy energy shout when trotting high on hormones. Don't take them seriously, just enjoy the ride. Wait a moment, then decide before the act. It's a fact that this will all pass. Why get upset? Why fume and fret? Let those chemical atoms prance and dance, creating shades of shadow. Perceive, detach, and let it go. This world's a juggling, a picture show. To be happy, look upon it so. Beloved, look, you see the dervish whirl so gay and free, till the mists lift from the mind. Let the calm settle soft after the storm. Enter still silence warm. Enjoy the cosmic trance which rises. Out of this wild, whirling, capricious dance comes dread order. There, in that amazing quietude, be salvation, moksha. You see what I mean? You can sit in the eye of the storm and be completely quiet and find that feeling of peace inside, the sukha sthanam, as Dr. Sir would say. And I just love that poem. It says such a lot to me, especially the picture of the dervish whirling rather than the merry-go-round, because the merry-go-round is just a structure and we choose to get on it, but it takes us on its ride. Whereas a dervish, he's whirling through choice, because he knows that when he gets to a point, he will let go of his ego. His ego will volatilize and he will be left with this peace. So having said that, there you go. What are your thoughts on this, Sridevi ji, good friend?
Thank you. That's a very nice perspective. This that with the dervishes, they choose to whirl, and maybe this is the connection to when I came to the ashram in '93. I haven't seen Ammaji often during that time, because she was whirling around with all the duties, and they were just opening the Natyalayam. So there was a lot of doing for Ammaji. She was whirling, but each time when I saw her, it was this grace, how she was walking around, and you never felt that she would be stressed, or that she took the time for whatever she came across. So it is the whirling, but in the same time, I always thought that she is in this, as you are mentioning, the eye of the storm. She's quiet, so life is whirling around, but she didn't get affected by it. It's very special. So in this poem, so the ego and the emotions keep us away from silence, from the peace, and I guess this is something Ammaji really could live. So from whirling through life unconsciously, we get tired and exhausted. The dervishes are whirling, as you say, consciously, and even gay and free, it is written in the poem, till the mists lift from the mind. So can we learn this gay and free whirling? That would be wonderful. So my experience at the ashram is with Ammaji, that she helped us whirl in many ways. So with karma yoga, for example, to put us in things. I remember when I had to clean the kitchen every day for a month, and it was really workout. in this heat and the humidity. And I felt afterward really clean. First I thought, why shall I do this? And then finally I realized, yes, it helped me cut off some dirty layers to get more to the silence, to get more to this kind of peace. So maybe we have to practice more the fourfold awareness of body, mind, and emotions, and the awareness of being aware. So then with the regularity, rhythm, repetition, and the fourth ritual may then help us detach and let go of all these many shadows, as it is written in the poem. So the whirling, actually, it's not only having this beautiful clothes the dervishes wear to whirl. It can be the cleaning. It can be maybe also teaching. I understand that when Ananda is teaching, it's a kind of whirling for him, as he expresses a few times in the Sunday's teaching, and maybe also playing music, singing, painting, writing poems, as we just have the poems. So this is different ways of whirling for the dervishes. And so that any technique where we can lift the mists from the mind to enter the silent, the cosmic trance of salvation, then leading to moksha. So yes, so the moksha, maybe as I showed you now different perspectives, we come to the poem I have chosen, Perspectives, because Ammaji helped me to unfold many perspectives. So what do you think of the perspectives in life, or with Ammaji, Jnanasundari?
That's a big topic, because let's face it, it's all about drishti, isn't it, in the sense of how you perceive things. And actually, I'd rather say something after the poem, if it's okay with you. So would you like to read your poem? I shall read it too.
Okay, perspective. The upside and the downside are much different than the backside, not to even mention clearly the inside and the outside. Thus, no, you won't be able to catch me with a label or pin me on the wall of mind with prejudices stacked behind the neatly painted frame, for I'll remain the same. Perhaps one day in time, I'll be subtle and sublime. Yet you may meet me after, bubbling with silly laughter. And the layers differ too. On the surface I may be blue, yet several fathoms down, bliss and peace are found. The moon shows us new faces at different times and places, and the river never does stand still. Should I? Should you? Could we? And even if we will, we can't. Nature's rules are stern and strict, but one certainty we can predict: we will never be the same. The law is constant change. We grow, expand, or shrink and die. In that one fact, all truth lies. All real truth lies. Yes.
So true. Yeah, she kind of picks on everything there, doesn't she? She hits the nail on the head as usual. She always hits the nail on the head. And what struck me about that one was it was for drishti, for right drishti, you really need viveka, don't you? You need to be able to discern what is true and what is not true. And earlier this week, one of my daughters sent me a composite photograph of that a woman, a photographer, had taken over a period of 10 years. She'd been photographing the moon, and she put all the pictures, well, not all the pictures, quite a lot of the pictures together to show all the different colors that she had seen the moon. And I thought, wow, that's amazing, because some of the colors are just unbelievable. And you know, from personal experience, that when you look at the moon, it depends on where in the sky it is. When it's close to the horizon, it can be often really red. And even if it changes color, you know perfectly well that it's the same face of the moon that's facing you. It doesn't change. It's it's looking through the different layers of atmosphere and unfortunately pollution or clarity or fog, for example, that changes our perspective of the moon. So it stays the same and we don't see it the same. Quite often, rarely see it the same. And actually, I was just looking at it the other night, and golly, it's so beautiful. It was just new. Well, it was about a quarter full, and it was really white and glowing. And I thought about this photograph that I'd been sent that very day, and thought, wow, it's incredible that people can see things in so many different ways. And it's the thing that doesn't change, but your object, you know, the way you're looking at it, it's that changes. And the other thing I like to mention about this, in fact, I probably have, where she says the surface blue with fathoms down peace is found. That's our Sukhasthanam, isn't it? Which I've been working on a lot lately, trying to inculcate it in all my students that they have this and they should seek it. So this poem perfectly explains all those things. I really liked that very much. Yeah, how you look at things is so important. Ammaji says, you know, your attitude is a thing, and it's so true. Swamiji did it so too, and Dr. Ananda is often telling us the same thing. I think it's a truth universally accepted, but little known, oddly enough. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but never mind. That's a really nice poem. She's written a lot of poems. They're all good and all fascinating. And just picking one was difficult, but I didn't search through a book because this poem and the letter she wrote with it, she always wrote lovely letters, such lovely letters, and it makes you feel a little bit special. And then she puts this bit underneath, general letter, which is like 6 times the length, but that's fine because she's given you something so precious that really helps you. And she always hits the nail on the head. You know, you're tootling along in your life, and suddenly you get this letter from Ammaji, and she addresses whatever's going on in it at that moment. She's clever like that, just like Swamiji was. But that's another story. Okay, so what will we do now?
I can tell my view of the perspectives.
Yes, please.
Ammaji told me a few times I'm too much in the good and bad thinking. So this raga dvesha. So this poem, the perspectives, she helped me to open up to look at different puzzles of the truth. So during the 6-month course at the ashram, one of my favorite phrases was then, well, it all depends on how you look at it. So I started to open up to see things differently, to see different variations to one subject. So like the story where blind man had to touch different parts of an elephant and then tell what it is. And they couldn't figure it out together that it's an elephant because each one just had his truth, his view, his sense of touching. So it is difficult to see really the whole picture of things. So Ammaji helped me in this way. I mean, I'm still in this black and white thinking. I often discover myself, but it helps me to stay open, to see different views. And I admire the views Ammaji had on, as you said, bringing us to certain perspectives. So when I was there in '93, it was about 6-7 weeks. I came to the ashram, and then I said, okay, it's the first time I'm in India. I'd like to see a bit more in India. And so Ammaji proposed to go to Tiruvannamalai to see the ashram of Ramana Maharishi. And when I arrived there, I didn't know that I have to, to book first. And when they said, no, it's closed, you can come back in 3-4 weeks. And I said, okay, then it's not for me because I'll be home by that. And then it's a pity because Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani and Swami Chigitananda sent me here. And then, oh, okay, you can come in. So she opened up, she gave me perspectives to go through doors which would be closed otherwise. And when I left after the 6-month course, she said, and it was 99, okay, now you go home and find a nice husband, which I did with Felix. And then I came back 2006, and then I said, well, Ammaji, you didn't give me the order to have a family as well. So I didn't have a family by now. And I learned with Ammaji that you don't have children or family by your own. I mean, if you have your own children, this is one side, but if you don't, then all the children are yours. So you open up to, you are open to everybody. It's not your children, the flesh and blood, but it is the energy. You can transmit yoga to them or give them different perspectives of life as well, without being their proper mother. So this is something, a perspective which was very important for me as well. So thank you, Ammaji, for all these wonderful perspectives. Yeah. I could open up to, thanks to all the puzzles giving us, and sometimes giving us information. We thought, what's that? I don't know what to do with it. And then later coming into situation, they said, yes, Ammaji told me, I know now how to act, which is very special to have these future perspectives.
That's so true, isn't it? It's amazing. Yeah, she knows how to make us do things that we wouldn't normally do, doesn't she? For example, I'm about to do something that I wouldn't normally do. And that's sing. So here's a song for Ammaji. Yeah. Amma Amma Thaye Akilandeshwariniye Annapurneshwari Thaye O Adipada Shaktiniye O Adipada Shaktiniye. Amma, dear divine Ammaji, wise loving goddess of the universe, you nourish us soul, body, mind, and soul. Oh, your supreme energy to guide us all. Amma, Amma Thaye, Akilandeshwariniye, Annapurneshwari Thaye, O Adipada Shaktiniye, O Adipada Shaktiniye, O Adipada Shaktiniye. There you go, that's the first. Never
well
done.
done.
I hope she approves of the middle verse. Thank you.
Very special. Thank you.
Thank you for yours. Hello. So I think that's back to Divyaji.
Whirling with perspectives.
Indeed, we have.
Thank you so much, dearest Jnanasundari and dearest Sridevi, and the songs were amazing. I really tell you, when, just that song, like I think Sridevi's song, everyone really enjoyed. because you really put in words so well and it really matched the tune. It came together well and it really matched Ammaji. So thank you so much for that. You started initially and it was very nice that Jnanasundari that you finished off. So like you started with the song and you ended with the song. And Amma Mataye, thank you so much for the little bit of the English version. If possible, maybe you can think of doing an English version for the whole song so that we could use it in different places.
I only tweaked it a little bit. If you think about it, I only tweaked it a little bit.
That's right. Yeah. But it was amazing. And the poem that you selected and the way you read it out, it was almost like how Ammaji would read it out. Thank you so much. No. Both of you really went to a different level today and we all really enjoyed it. And I'm sure the audience also agree along with me that it was very special to connect with both of you together at the same time in the same place and on this auspicious day and at this auspicious time. Thank you so much, both of you. And I'll go over to Dr. Sir. Maybe he wants to conclude with a nice note.
Such a wonderful evening. I have been enjoying this excellent sharing. And I think Amma as a poetess par excellence. She has that exquisite capacity to express in words the unexpressible. These spiritual insights, the cosmic truths, that rhythm and satyam, she is able to express them in such beauty. And I think for her always her poetry has been her first love. She has written a lot, and her 3 volumes of the history of yoga, volume 1, volume 2, and the Rishi and Rakshasas, which is the contemporary history. It's huge, and you need lifetimes to go through all of it. But despite writing so much and over 50 years of editing Yoga Life and putting so much of stuff out, I think always her poetry has been the closest thing to her heart. And her book, The Heart That Is Distant, I know that always that was a book and not too many people have it. Yes, Sridevi has it there. And, not too many people have it. And I often think how much people are actually missing out, because if you want to understand Ammaji and her consciousness, her poetry is the window into Ammaji's vast consciousness. And both of you highlighted the perspectives. I think this has been one of Ammaji's greatest teachings, is that, and that is why she loved Viktor Frankl and always talked about the last and final freedom is to choose your attitude towards whatever happens to you. And she used to bring that up again and again and again, because how you perceive the world influences what will be perceived. It is said, how you think is how it manifests. Yata drishti tata shrishti. So how you perceive it, yata drishti tata drishti. Yata drishti tata shrishti. Shrishti is the manifestation. And both of you highlighted that and the importance of viveka. What beautiful insights tonight, the highest insights of spiritual wisdom. And no wonder the spiritual wisdom that comes through Jnanasundari, who has the jnana and both the wisdom and the beauty, and Sridevi, who is the embodiment of that which is auspicious and good. I think really both of you have shown us today why Ammaji loves you both so much, and all of us love you so much. Thank you for being you, and thank you for sharing this beautiful, sensitive, exquisite perspective on Ammaji tonight. Dhanyavada.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sir, for highlighting the specific points given out by our 2 dynamic Shaktis who are loved by Ammaji a lot. And also thank you to both of you for accepting and coming over here and joining us. It was almost like an in-person interaction with you. Yeah, that's right. So it was wonderful, and yes, I hope that soon we all can get together actually in person and manifest much better, because we are trying our best through the online medium, but there are limitations. And thank you everyone for always supporting us, being there with us, and blessing us, and keeping us, making us to keep going, and always sharing the love and good thoughts and blessings. Keep supporting us always, because that's what makes us to keep going always. And we'll conclude with the Shanti Mantra, and just a small reminder that we have 2 more days of Navaratri 2021. Join us. We have many more wonderful dynamic Shaktis of the Gitananda Parampara and YOGNAT family joining us, and we have enthralling music and dance sessions also. So join us every day at the same time, at the same place, with different dynamic Shaktis. Thank you, and please join me. We'll conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Om. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Have a nice night wherever you are. See you all very soon.